What's up you guys, it's Ben and welcome back to my channel where we talk about everything there is related to selling on Amazon. So in today's video, what I want to do is share with you my September profits for 2021. As you probably already know, sales is for vanity, but profits are the reality. And profits is what we should be always focusing when it comes to running a business. Any business, not just Amazon FBA, because as you probably already know, sales can be manipulated. You can either potentially reduce your price to try and sell more, or potentially increase your advertising spend to sell more units as well. However guys, what matters the most is the profit, because it's the profit, it's the money that we get at the end of each and every single month will depend how viable our business is, how much growth can potentially happen to this business in the next 3 to 6 months, because of course it's the profits that will actually lead to that growth, and whether or not we should make some changes. And I personally think this video is actually useful for anybody who's interested in selling on Amazon or is already selling on Amazon, because then you can compare your own profits and your own sales to mine. And potentially you guys can think about how much money you can make selling on Amazon and what's the relationship between sales and profits in a reasonably good scenario. So guys, with that being said, if you are interested in selling on Amazon and you've got a little bit more of a budget and you want someone to help you, someone to guide you along the way to make sure you don't make any of the new seller mistakes, then please don't forget to check the links down below for my own personal mentorship where I will help you personally and guide you along the way. Otherwise guys, if you're running on a relatively lower budget but you still want to use some of the business tools that I use and recommend, then please don't forget to check the links down below for awesome, by far the best accountants out there for Amazon FBA, Helium 10, the best product research tool out there in the market, or Tide, the most user-friendly business bank account to start off your Amazon FBA business. And with that being said guys, let's get straight to the video. Guys, so for the month of September, I was able to make £64,516 in sales. And September for me is a very interesting month because during summer, I have quite a lot of trendy products that start selling around summertime, okay? These are products such as travel, products that relation to basically people going outside, sports and outdoors and so forth. And then we have the October, November, December months, which are obviously related more towards people staying at home, buying gifts and, various toys and so on for their friends and family. September is an interesting month because it's kind of in the middle, okay? And in the middle, this is where I find a lot of people actually coming back from holiday. They don't have that much money and therefore sales usually for September for most of us sellers are actually relatively low. However, given the fact that I was able to make £64,000 in sales, I am pretty happy with that because I was expecting roughly around 60k mark. Next up, cost of sales were around £19,351, guys. And this is simply how much money I had to spend to get those products sold, okay, from my supplier. So this is how much I paid to Chinese suppliers to get those products not only made, but also delivered into the UK marketplace, okay? £19,000 and I was able to sell £64,000. Now, actually the gross profit margin for an Amazon FBA business in relation to these numbers is actually really, really good. But the problem is, as always, Amazon fees takes a big chunk, guys, and in this month it was £20,000. okay, this again is why I say to everybody why Amazon is over $1 trillion market cap company, and they will easily surpass 2, 3, 4 trillion in the next few years, because sellers like us give them thousands, tens, and if not hundreds of thousands of pounds each and every single month for the opportunity, for the permission to sell on their marketplace. Now, of course, they do give us a lot. Obviously, they give us all the customers that they have brought on over the years, and they also provide us with the Amazon FBA fulfillment network, i.e. effectively allowing us to scale the business at a much, much faster rate. And without them, I would never be able to sell as much as I do because I wouldn't be able to post and pack and collect all the items myself. However, guys, that being said, Amazon FBA is kind of like a silent partner, and that silent partner takes roughly around 1/3 of all of your sales each and every single month, which a lot of people will argue is quite a lot. Next up, advertising. Given the fact that September I was expecting to be a relatively slow month, I spent a little bit less on advertising. Usually my advertising budget is around £3,000 to £4,000 each and every single month. However, on advertising this month, I was able to spend £2,502, and I didn't want to go above £3,000 because I believe that customers were simply not shopping online, and therefore paying extra for advertising just to get a few more extra sales will definitely impact my profit margins quite substantially. essentially. So guys, remember, advertising isn't something that you just set up and completely forget about. You need to monitor it in the very beginning each and every single day. And as the time goes, as you get more information and data, you should still continue to look at those reports effectively each and every single week, if not a little bit sooner, a little bit more frequent. Next up, subscriptions. These are basically Helium 10 subscriptions, Adobe Photoshop subscriptions, and various other subscriptions that require me to run my Amazon FBA business. In the very beginning, subscriptions can be relatively small and little because you're running only on 1 or 2 products potentially. But as your business grows, you will need to get various pieces of software to help you grow your business and manage it on a day-to-day basis. Say, for example, Xero. It's an accounting tool that we use to bookkeep all of our accounts effectively. In the very beginning, you may not need it. However, later on down the line, I do believe we pay around £30-40 each and every single month for that bookkeeping service. So £180 all in all, in my personal opinion, is a relatively small figure. Accountants, £360. Now, a lot of people will say I do pay a lot for my accountants. However, my accountants have been extremely useful and helpful in saving me a ton of money when it comes to taxes. Okay, awesome, have been absolutely amazing at actually guiding me and basically telling me where I could potentially save money, and most importantly, what I should do with my money, how I can potentially grow my business that much faster and much more efficiently, because they see it from a numbers perspective. I have to deal with people each and every single day, and I sometimes forget to actually look at the nitty-gritty numbers, whereas they do that each and every single day. And with their experience, I was able to scale up my business that much faster, so I have no problem paying them £360 each and every single month. Salaries. This is basically what I pay myself and my girlfriend each and every single month. Now, of course, this money goes to me, so technically it is profit, but at the same time, we have to think about it from a business perspective. And a salary for a business at the end of the day is a cost. And therefore, each and every single month, we pay ourselves £3,600. And that has remained the same for the last year and a half, regardless of how much sales we make, regardless of how good the month is or how bad the month is. We realize that £3,600 is a relatively decent wage to pay ourselves. Now, will that be increasing in the next few years? To be honest, I don't really know. I don't really need it to, because I want to grow my Amazon FBA business and potentially diversify my income in other areas. Next up, storage. £0. Now, why is it £0? Well, it's simple, because I paid for all of the 12 months up front. And this is why I tell all of my students to do as well. If you're going to get a storage facility, try and pay for it all up front, because usually you get a much better deal. You get discounts or potentially some months off completely free of charge. If you are going to be running an Amazon FBA business long term, that means you are going to need storage effectively throughout the year. And if that is the case, and your finances allow it, then you might as well pay for the whole year. The storage people will respect you a lot more. You'll get a much better deal, and you won't have to worry about having another direct debit coming out of your bank account each and every single month. So as a result of that, I was able to make £18,511 of profit, net profit, at the end of September. And in my personal opinion, that is a substantial amount for a relatively quiet month, because I was able to reduce my advertising, because I don't have to pay for storage, and because of just sometimes increasing the prices for some of my products that are actually running low in stock. I was able to push up my profits above the 15K mark that I strive for each and every single month. And I hope, guys, this helps you decide of whether or not your business is as profitable as it can possibly be. Always remember to look at your costs and how to potentially reduce them while still maintaining a healthy sales figure. That's pretty much it for today's video, guys. I really hope you found it useful. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.